Hello and welcome to CoreTV News at 4. I am Omotayo Alo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo recently visited President Muhammad Buhari in the presidential villa, Abuja. The two leaders met for a few minutes behind closed doors inside the official residence of the president. Obasanjo, decked in blue agbada and a cap to match, arrived at the premises after the day's work when the president had returned from his office. The president's residence is not open to journalists except on special occasions. Obasanjo must have decided to act on his knowledge of the presidential villa to visit the president at that time away from the curious eyes of reporters. That was the first time the former president would be visiting Buhari inside the presidential villa since his inauguration. President Muhammad Buhari's silence following the recent sacking of 8th Group Executive Directors of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is continuing to delay the appointment of new directors. It was learnt that 8 departments that were headed by sacked GEDs had been pruned down to 4 directorates, while persons to fill these positions have been picked from within the corporation. Sources at the corporation stated that senior officials at the national oil firm had contested plans to bring in individuals outside the NNPC to fill the positions. At the corporation on Thursday, workers were seen discussing the recent happenings at the firm, while many made it clear that they were apprehensive with respect to plans by the federal government to unbundle the NNPC. The Osun State Governor, Rauf Aregbesola, says democracy is the best form of government that can foster equitable justice and national development. Speaking on the floor of the Osun State House of Assembly in the first joint session after the impeachment saga, Aregbesola praised the House leadership, especially the Speaker, Najim Salam, for their stabilizing roles in Osun State at a politically trying time. Rashid reports.
Few days after the Osun State House of Assembly threw into the trash the petition of Justice Folahanmi Oloyede, the executive arm of the Osun State government came visiting at the House of Assembly, with the public also having access to the chamber. Speaking for the first time since the end of the impeachment saga, Rauf Aregbesola says parliamentary system is the best form of government for the growth and development of developing countries of the world. Aregbesola highlighted the importance of the legislature owing to its roles in the act of governance.
Best form of government for effective development and progress in a developing economy or nation.
But while many will see this visit by Aregbesola as one of appreciation and politically motivated, it is one both sides says it is to celebrate the Speaker, Najim Salam, who clocked 50. Some of his colleagues in the House also extolled his leadership qualities.
As the Speaker of Ogun State said, the only thing you can give him as a birthday gift is that support to succeed.
I want to believe that you are being celebrated today as a result of your exemplary leadership qualities.
I said the luck did not just come before him, but I want the whole world to know this and learn from it. That he's a contented man and is somebody that waits for God's time.
Najim Salam, while acknowledging the honor bestowed on him by the House of Assembly, says it is a challenge to do more in the service of the state.
As I step up my activities dealing with the needy, I shall continue to provide my shoulder for the rejected, the disadvantaged, the neglected, and the downtrodden to learn on to the best of my ability.
While the time now is for merrymaking between the House of Assembly and the Executive, the public waits with anticipation the next step by the State House of Assembly on the petitioner in the impeachment saga. For Folahanmi Oloyede, Rashid, CoreTV News, Oshogbo.
The Osun State Legislatures Forum, comprising lawmakers at both the National Assembly and Osun State House of Assembly, have invited stakeholders in the state, including former governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Iyola Omishori, to a conference on how to move the state out of its present economic crisis. The lawmakers, who spoke through Ayo Midiran at a press conference in Osogbo on Saturday, said the forum is convoking the meeting in order to find solutions on how the state government can get out of the present economic quagmire. The forum said it is expecting Governor Rauf Aregbesola, his deputy Titilaoye Tomori, Speaker of the House of Assembly Najim Salam, and other leaders to attend the conference. Omidiro said the forum decided to call all stakeholders together to brainstorm on why the state had been experiencing difficulty in meeting its financial obligations to workers and contractors. Omidiro added that the outcome of the conference will be presented to Aregbesola, stating that the forum would wait to see what the governor would do with it. Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Lasun Yusuf, who is from Osun State, was absent at the press conference, but Omidiro said the lawmaker was expected to attend the conference. The majority leader of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has appreciated the Surulere Federal Constituency party members and his party, the All Progressive Congress, for his emergence as the House leader of the House of Representatives for their continued support, also affirming his existing relationship with the Speaker Yakubu Dogara despite all that has transpired between them. He added that he will continue to do his bit and respect party supremacy at all times. He also added that the House is now poised to work to ensure the success of the party at the federal level and ensure the implementation of its manifesto.
Done. I feel this is where God wants me to be at this point in time, and that's where I want to be. I want to be wherever God wants me to be. The speakership has come and gone. We contested for it. I was my party's candidate. My party members wanted me. My party leaders wanted me. I had the support of the party across board. But God had other plans for me, and I'm satisfied with that. I have a good, cordial working relationship with the Speaker, Honorable Dogara. I've always had with him even before this contest, and I intend to continue having a good relationship with him. A contest does not have to be a battle. That's what it is, just a contest.
A former secretary to Edo State Government, Osage Eze-Iyamo, has urged the network of civil societies in the state to work to ensure that the state government does not mortgage the state. The Benin-born politician and aspirant to 2016 governorship election dropped this hint during the unveiling of the Human Rights House in Benin City. Our correspondent in Edo State has more in this report presented from our studio.
The former secretary to the Edo State government, Osage Eze-Iyamo, says the people of the state must all come together to ensure that the state is not thrown into a major debt crisis with the attitude of the Oshiomhole-led government.
The future of our state must not be mortgaged. And in any event, when money is being borrowed, our people deserve to know what is this money being used for. The ones you borrowed before, what was it used for? How much have you paid and how much is balancing? The new one you want to borrow, what are you going to use it for? These are questions that the people must be giving answers to.
He, however, commended the leadership and the role of the civil society in the state and in the country with its constant stand in the parts of the oppressed and the downtrodden. Pastor Abraham Owewe, president of Network of Civil Society Organization on Nigeria, who led the police, politicians, traditional rulers and other stakeholders to the ceremony to unveil the Human Rights House, said they will continue to be on the side of the masses through constructive engagements and peaceful means to achieve results, adding that there are several causes and cases of extrajudicial killings getting solved in the state.
Is to call for a convocation of these various organizations so that we can bring our hands together and strike stronger blows which will liberate our people from freedom, mental slavery, lack, oppression, rejection. For us generally, we are going to engage the process in the most peaceful manner, and we're going to ensure that our people that never again the average Edo child, never again the average man in Nigeria will be oppressed. The Human Rights House, as this North Secretariat have now been christened, is open to all. It's a place the weak will come and get succor. It's a place where you can come and will assist you to get access to justice.
Edo State Police Commissioner Samuel Debuye, who was present at the ceremony, assured the civil rights group that he will ensure an open-door policy both at the command and across the divisions to evade frictions.
Of the conflict that we might be experiencing, we found out that genesis purely on communication gap. My office will be made open to you 24 hours basis. And if there's any need for us to play any ambiguity, please be free.
Meanwhile, executive members of the organization later stepped out for recognition during the ceremony.
Join us after this quick break for more.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
Many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws have done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
They talk to her husband that you should keep promise about what you said, and because people are watching you, you know, another election is coming.
Also, some people will strong for Yoruba land, will be strong man, you don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
Welcome. If you're just joining us, it's CoreTV News at 4. And for more news and information, visit our social media platform, facebook.com/CoreTV News. You could follow us and also tweet us at our Twitter handle at CoreTV News NG. Get more on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, and news. Kaduna is set to begin the second round of the verification of civil servants as part of ongoing efforts to clean up the payroll. Government officials say the next round is to authenticate the outcome of the first exercise. Special Assistant Media and Publicity to the Governor, Samuel Aruwan, disclosed in a statement that the exercise will resume on Monday, August 10. He added that permanent secretaries and all the senior government officials are expected to identify their staff in the next phase of the exercise. The government expects all civil servants to present either their national identity card, voter's card, international passport or driver's license for physical verification. The workers have since been informed that the exercise is a precondition for the payment of their July salaries. The Castina Central Federal Constituency by-election held on Saturday recorded low turnout of voters as very few electorate came out to vote. Report from the constituency shows that most of the electorate went about their normal business activities while the election lasted. There was also no enforcement or restriction of movement of vehicles within the metropolis. In Waken Kudu, Kangiwa, Sabuwa, Ugua, and Garama ATC polling units where there were over 400 registered voters, less than 100 voters were accredited to vote. Election materials were distributed to polling units in good time in all the polling units visited, while there was also adequate security to prevent any possible breakdown of law and order. The few electorates that went to the polling units conducted themselves in orderly manner. Voting commenced at 1 p.m. in almost all the polling units visited. The Deputy Governor, Mana Yakubu, cast his vote at about 2 p.m. at Wakin Kudu polling unit and expressed his satisfaction with the conduct of the election. The state PDP chairman, Salisu Majigiri, also expressed dissatisfaction on the low turnout of voters during the election, but commended the security measures taken in the polling units. More governorship aspirants in Kogi State on Friday turned up at the National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress to pick up nomination forms. The election is slated for November 21, but no fewer than 20 aspirants have already shown interest in running on APC's platform. Two of them, Idris Hussein Kashim and Sanusi Abubakar, are convinced that they can introduce positive change in the state and learn what worth is at the national level. They lamented that since the creation of Kogi State in August 1991, it has remained stagnant in terms of development due to poor leadership qualities of all the past administrators. In Ado-Ekiti, as the ideological warfare between the Ekiti State PDP-led government and the All Progressives Congress got nearly to physical fisticuff, drama problem ensued as Femi Bamishile, an APC stalwart, accused the state governor Ayodele Fayose of shutting down a petrol station which he had earlier scheduled to distribute free PMS for Okada riders in Ado-Ekiti. The aftermath of the refusal saw major street of Ado-Ekiti experience mild protests from the Okada riders led by Femi Bamishile as the state government denies the allegation. Rashid has more.
You may be right, and you may not be far from the truth if you prefer social gesture. The move by a former Ekiti House Speaker and an APC chieftain, Femi Bamishile, to distribute petrol to commercial motorcyclists appear to have hit the rock. The pump station where the free distribution was to take place was locked down. Reacting to this development, Femi Bamishile, who appeared unhappy with the situation, accused the state governor, Ayodele Fayose, of shutting down the station.
The kind of brutish way of leadership that we have in the state, it is from the state government that has been instructed. A text message was sent on my phone instructing that this gas station be shut down.
The inability of the motorcyclists to get fuel at the petrol station situated at Ijibu spawned a mild protest from the riders cutting across major streets of Ado-Ekiti as they go in search of fuel stations willing to queue into the plan of Bamishile. On her part, the state government denies shutting the pump station for any reason.
Our government, when we are having in Ekiti today, they are not doing anything for us. They are deceiving us.
Ekiti state government has not closed down any filling petrol station in Ekiti state today. Ekiti state government did not do that. If anybody is saying that, that person is saying that, he's saying it to cover up his own inadequacies.
While this milieu lasted, Femi Bamishile vows to continue with the exercise.
We will still take these good people to another petrol station to make sure they get fuel today. And this process that has started today, the 6th of, I think the 6th or 7th of August, would continue up until God knows when.
With the commercial motorcyclists finally getting the free distribution of PMS, the political terrain in Ekiti state may continue to get more dramatic in the coming days. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado-Ekiti.
The military authorities say troops are combing the creeks in search of suspected oil bunkers who attacked the base of the Joint Task Force in Nembe. 4 soldiers and a policeman were confirmed killed in the incident, but Defense Headquarters say investigation is on. It said through its Twitter account that its men will arrest the perpetrators and ensure they face justice for their crime. The suspected bunkers were believed to have arrived at the JTF base in 5 speedboats just before midnight on Friday to carry out the surprise attack. Operatives of Department of State Services and the Nigerian Police on Saturday arrested some officials of the National Youth Council of Nigeria at Agora Hotel, Abuja, where election of a new leadership for the association was being held. The arrest was based on a petition by the outgoing president of the council, Henry Onwabweze, alleging that some youth planned to cause a breach of peace in Abuja. The security men later reinforced and took over the hotel, apparently to frustrate the election of the new officials of the council. But the action of the security personnel did not stop the election, as NYCN officials who escaped arrest relocated to another location where they conducted the poll. It was learned that a leading contestant for the council leadership who eventually emerged as the NYCN president, Ikenga Ugochinyere, and the electoral officers were earlier invited by the FCT Police Command for questioning. Following the operation by the security agencies, a press conference earlier fixed by the council to present the new leadership was aborted. Chairman of the Electoral Committee, John Nwakama, who declared Ugochinyere winner of the election, said the era of imposition of candidate on the council was over. According to him, Ugochinyere pulled a total of 209 from 273 delegates who were earlier accredited to vote on Thursday, adding that some of the delegates left the venue following police harassment. The Lagos State Police Command on Saturday foiled an attempt to kidnap an Indian in the Ikorodu area of Lagos. The spokesperson of the State Police Command, Patricia Amadin, said a suspect has been arrested in connection with the incident. She told the newsman that a staff of the D-Star Metal Company in Odonla, Ikorodu, and all those still at large were involved in the crime. Amadin said the suspect has made some useful statement to the police on the kidnap bid. She added that a man earned his own for the fleeing members of the gang. The Imo Rotary Club has installed new leadership and award members who had outstandingly given their best to the service of humanity. The memorable event had members across the state in attendance. The president of the club, while speaking with CoreTV News, said the essence of the event is to bring in credible leaders to pilot the affairs of the club throughout the state and beyond. He called on the awardees to continue in their good work. We take another break and we'll be back with stories from outside Nigeria, business and more.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
And to business, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has said the federal government will always take responsible decisions that will promote and protect the local automotive industry. Vice President Osinbajo stated this when the management team of Pan Nigeria Limited visited him at the presidential villa, Abuja, recently. Osinbajo was pleased by interest shown by reputable auto manufacturers to set up plants in the country on account of the federal government's National Automotive Development Policy. The NADP has so far attracted about 15 automobile plants in the country. He assured Pan Nigeria of the federal government support and expressed his pleasure with the quality, standard and beauty of the Peugeot vehicles now on offer to customers. The National Pension Commission has said it will hasten the process of harmonizing and integrating its database with the National Identity Database to ensure complete synergy with the National Identity Management Commission. The Director General, PENCOM, Chinelo Anu Amazu, stated this when the Director General, Chief Executive Officer of the National Identity Management Commission, Chris Oyemenam, visited the PENCOM headquarters to further review collaborations. She further said that the PENCOM was poised to serve not only the pensioners of today, but the contributors to the various pension funds who are the pensioners of tomorrow. The Western Marine Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has announced its latest seizure of 3,221 cartons of smuggled poultry worth 19.326 million naira. This brings the total worth of smuggled poultry impounded by the command since the launch of Operation Octocent to 31 million naira. The Customs Area Controller of the command, Yusuf Umar, said since the launch of the operation, the command has increased the regularity of officers manning the creeks, riverlands and rivers where they carry out their statutory duties. Umar said the command had so far recorded a total seizure of 5,083 cartons of frozen poultry products with a value of 31.008 million naira. He added that the command was in effective control of the waterways in the western region, which spans from Kogi, Kwara, Ondo, Ogun, Lagos, Niger, Kebbi State, and its interfaces with Nigeria's neighboring countries such as the Republic of Togo and Benin. Security challenges in Borno State have crippled the hides and skin business in the state. While the state-owned shoemaking and hides tannery firm, Natal Nigeria Limited, has been grappling with problems, the bustle that used to characterize the premises of the Maiduguri's central abattoir is completely gone, especially after the blast that rocked the place not long ago. The general manager of the Maiduguri-based Natal Nigeria Limited, Usman Tamsu, lamented the predicament of the company while speaking with newsmen in Maiduguri. He said the outfit, established in 1982, comprised the finished leather and shoemaking sections, stating that after operating for 10 years without making profit, it folded up. The manager of Borno Abattoir, Baba Mazana, said the state government had spent about 164 million naira on the rehabilitation of the Maiduguri Central Abattoir to improve cleanliness in the slaughterhouse. And to foreign, a Palestinian man whose child was killed in an arson attack blamed on Jewish settlers has died of his injuries. Said Dawab Shah, 32, died in an Israeli hospital where he was being treated for second-degree burns to most of his body. His son Ali, 8 months, dead in the attack in the village of Duma in the occupied West Bank on 31st July. His mother and his 4-year-old brother remain in critical condition. Relatives said the funeral would take place on Saturday. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called the attack an act of terrorism and has vowed to apprehend the arsonists. Palestinian officials, however, said they held Israel fully responsible. And to sport, a real armor blow for Arsenal has goes from Checo Ucat and Morel Zarate secure the perfect start for Slaven Bilic at West Ham. Peter Crouch endured the miserable Premier League debut for Arsenal as West Ham ended an 8-year wait for a win over their London rivals with a surprise 2-0 victory at the Emirates Stadium. And it's a wrap on CoreTV News at this hour. Thank you so very much for watching. My name is Omotayo Alo.